leader of the team. He kept playing. They believed, so be it. That's fine. But Goff has been better than him this year. And so I would not be surprised at all if Jared Goff outplays him this weekend. I just wouldn't.
When you look at the last time they played, Jared Goff didn't have a great game. He was 14 for 26. It's 137 yards. Now, he had 2 touchdowns, 78 quarterback rating, and Green Bay's defense has played a lot better. And they played a lot better in the passing game. And the 9 interceptions to 3 touchdowns is significant. And I went back and watched Aaron's interceptions in that game. He had 3 in the red zone, and 2 of them, one was an unbelievable play.
By the rookie, Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, like a really great awareness play. Yep. Another one was a batted ball. I'd say the third one was his fault, where Detroit actually did a really good job of disguising coverages, and he got fooled. But they moved the ball pretty efficiently throughout the course of the game, and that could have easily gone the other way, with the exception of 2 really unique plays by Detroit's defense. So not as optimistic.
Quick game plan question for you. If you're the Lions, you got Aaron Rodgers. He might be able to beat you, even though his yards per game, 159 against the Vikings, 230 against the Dolphins, 229 Rams, 182 against the Bears. So he could beat you, but he's been on a slump. He's got a broken thumb, maybe not. But your rushing defense is no good. Can you just pack the box and be like, all right, Aaron Rodgers is going to have to beat us? Do you kind of like that idea? You kind of didn't like it earlier this week.
Well, you're going to have more than one pitch, because if Aaron Rodgers plays like he's capable of playing, then you better have a plan in place to deal with that, so we don't get in the Carolina situation last week where he's throwing the ball deep and there's 3 touchdowns.
Well, but what I will say on that very quickly is that when Green Bay's passing offenses looked its best was when Christian Watson got going. Christian Watson 2 weeks ago got hurt. Now, he played through it last week. Was targeted 5 times, had 1 catch for 11 yards. He's been limited in practice this week. If he's not 100%, which he won't be, then I do think they're going to do what you said, which is threaten Romeo Doubs or Alan Lazard, because Watson's the one real burner, and he's hampered right now, and see if they can really just stuff the run. I think that's right.
Let's turn our attention to Baltimore. This afternoon, Harbaugh officially ruled Lamar out for this weekend's game. We kind of knew that. He hasn't practiced or played since week 13. Lamar, not Harbaugh. He hasn't played in years. Earlier this week, Harbaugh sidestepped questions about his availability in the playoffs. Yesterday, Ravens OC Greg Roman expounded. Take a listen.
He's a special guy. I think if somebody's got a chance to do it, he does. You can always sit here and say this, that, and the other. You don't really know till you get out there. But I would say I would bet on him. I would definitely bet on him. It's a not ideal situation, obviously, but it's a great opportunity when he does come back for us to get him back in the lineup and get moving.
This is so ominous. I spent a lot of time today going through Google News by day.
Oh,
and this is what I got. Lamar Jackson was injured in week 13. On December 5th, he was called day to day, possibly week to week, and Harbaugh said, we won't rule him out for this week. That would be week 14, and said, quote, this is not season ending. That was December 5th. December 11th, they said he might miss week 15. December 17th, it was reported he's expected back soon and hopeful for week 16. December 22nd, he was ruled out for week 16, and then on Christmas Eve, John Harbaugh said, when he was asked about it, players play when they're healthy. On December 28th, John Harbaugh said, I'm just coaching the guys who are here, and it was reported in the Baltimore Sun-Times the 1 to 3 week timeline was actually 4 to 6 weeks all along. Well, yeah, I would think so, because it's now been 4 weeks. January 5th, yesterday, it was reported Lamar is out, and Ian Rappaport said on McAfee, quote, Baltimore is confident he's returning for the playoffs. Coach, it's on the board. Lamar Jackson's played his last game as a Raven.
God, too much. Hey,
wait, why is it too much?
Well, last game as a Raven.
Well, if he doesn't play again this year, you're 100% confident that he's on the team next year? Because I'm not. I'm not 100% confident of that. He literally is a free agent. I don't even franchise tag him. But I think, sometimes the contract negotiations stuff, it lingers, it sours, it causes problems. And I want to make this very clear, and I'm sorry for hogging the ball.
No, that's right.
I know Lamar is hurt. I know he hurt his PCL. I'm not accusing him of anything. But I think how quickly you rush yourself back, how much you push through, is sometimes correlated with if I get hurt again or if I play terribly, is my money still locked up? Am I still good? And if it's not, you sometimes owe it to yourself to be very cautious. And it sounds like he's being way more cautious than they thought he was going to be.
And when this first happened, and I think you and I talked about it, Nick, I said that there's probably more to this than meets the eye, because when you're in this situation and you've got so much at risk in terms of his financial future, you've got to make some tough decisions. You saw Baker's situation where he played through the injury and how that played out. You see other guys getting, Kyler Murray gets hurt, and you don't have that long-term contract. And now you're sitting there saying, do I go out and play, not at 100%, and do what's best for the team and hopefully help the team out, and will I be rewarded for that? Or when we do the contract negotiations, will I be graded down for that because I didn't perform at the high level?
That seems wild to me. That if he plays and he doesn't play well because
they're going to
he's
say
injured,
it's another bad playoff game.
Bad playoff game.
But here's the thing: when you're negotiating, you're not depending on what side of the table on, you're not negotiating the other person's high points. You're trying to get to the best deal for the club. He's trying to get to the best deal for the player.
By the way, is why people have agents. So when your management is kind of trash talking you in a way, which is what it is, you don't have to hear it. But Lamar doesn't have one.
That's a great point.
And Lamar doesn't have one, which is why he can further sour the relationship. So you said I went too far. Can I just throw something out?
Sure.
Who says no this offseason? Lamar for Justin Fields, straight up. The Bears have $100+ million in cap space, looking to spend it. They're also going to have a great draft pick they can probably trade or use on a defensive player. The Ravens have built an offense that necessitates a quarterback that can run and clearly don't want to pay their quarterback. You can win league MVP. They don't want to pay you. I think that is going to be the type of discussion. I think that you're going to hear the Jets are calling the Ravens and saying, can we offer you multiple first-round picks for Lamar?
I mean, that would be such a bad move for Baltimore. I think Justin Fields is fine, but to trade the hero of your franchise, your MVP, and the heart and soul of your entire franchise is
Coach, I know we have
if you're not going to, then you should pay him. If
Yeah.
you really feel that he's the heart and
You're
soul.
last in points. Why don't you pay him? Hey, you're last in points.
I understand that. Does it sound like the coach is souring on him a little bit, though?
Look,
Does to me.
Might agree.
when you negotiate your own contract and you've got to hear negative things about you, that doesn't go away. But that's part of contract negotiations, and you're so right. You need an agent to deflect that.
We didn't get to this graphic. Lamar, I'm going to mail it to you. This is all you need to bring in. Last in points. Okay. How you got? Good luck with
I
that.
was trying to cut down time on this idiotic thing.
Oh, spike here. I like a nice that has a downward trajectory by Tubulus. Wildcats win. They're 14-1. I like Arizona come tournament time. Did you really?
Yeah, from a New York gambling parlor. I had a great night last night.
Okay, we're just trying to focus on sports.
Okay, I'm just
Wonderful. Magic down 25 against Memphis. Paulo Banchero. I really want you to focus on my guy, Ja.
This wild.
Well, look, what's his plan here? I kind of liked it.
That's good deal.
I thought
Wilds tweeted that video and said, I actually think Ja's onto something. And then he added Ja and added a heart.
No, I did not. I should have. Grizzlies win, obviously. Weird. Celtics, Mavs. Celtics end up winning, but just to get in Nick's good graces, I put in that interesting Luka pass. Actually, a hockey assist. That'll count it. Celtics win.
Not a great game for the Mavs.
Was he hurt? I thought he was kind of.
Luka?
Yeah.
He's tired. Carrying
tired?
these guys.
Okay.
God. Can
Celtics-
he get some help? Luka,
Stop it.
They need some help.
Everybody needs help. Everyone you're a fan of is great, and they also need a ton of help.
Yeah, that's true.
Talk about some great quarterbacks. Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes. Here's Steve Young on what he sees in Brock. Take a listen.
I told you, I did my Star Wars. You talk about Yoda. You know my Force. I talked about the Force, right, a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid has the Force. Patrick Mahomes reminded, when he first took the field, we were on Monday night in Denver in his rookie year. And he's playing, and that's when he did the left-handed throw. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yep.
Rolling, and I was just taken aback. You're like, wait, why is his heartbeat at 42? Like his heartbeat should be at least 100, 110. And that's what I saw in Patrick that was shocking to me as a rookie. And I think the same kind of thing with Brock.
Okay.
I mean, the Yoda stuff I was lost on,
Yeah.
but then I got back to the left-handed pass. I got it.
Okay. I'm going to do my best Coach Mangini impersonation.
It's Steve Young. It's not just some
Guys,
random guy.
let's pump the brakes a bit. If there's anyone that we're going to compare to Patrick Mahomes, it's USC quarterback Caleb Williams. He's going to be a superstar, coach. Mark it down right in
I got it.
stone.
I got it.
However, aside from Caleb, there's nobody that's comparable to Mahomes. And listen.
I don't know about that.
I'm picking these. This is my that picture behind you, Wilds.
Yeah.
We're going to have that in about a month, and there's going to be the Lombardi Trophy between it because that's going to be the Super Bowl quarterback matchup. Okay. However, stop. We can't be comparing Brock Purdy to Patrick